astrology and other divinatory arts are not a replacement or substitute for physical or psychiatric health care. If this is an emergency situation or you are in crisis, please do not defer your wellness to readings or horoscopes. Seek situation-appropriate, qualified assistance instead. Hey there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for November 2022. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. And for those of you who are tarot fans, I've got some big news for you. I've decided to make weekly tarot forecasts for each sign available for everyone for free right here on YouTube. All you need to do is follow the links in the down bar below or go to my main channel page and you'll see them right there. They're all crammed into one big video, but they are separated by chapter, so a chapter dedicated to each sign. And so that is there for you. And with all of that said, let's have a look and see what is going on with the astrology for November. So November continues the theme of combined powers for bigger blessings with regards to celestial bodies in the chart. We've got the Sun, Venus, and Mercury all together in Scorpio through the 17th. And this is your 11th house of friendships, social networking, your platonic support system, the guys, the girls, as well as your biggest goals, aspirations, and ideals, things that you may have held for your whole life even. With Mercury here, we are seeing the fastest developments, news, and the most productivity and gains coming in this part of your chart. Your friends are really going out of their way to help you hurry up the fruition of a lot of accomplishments that you may have been working on your own or in private. This can show up in the form of new contributions, of money, people helping you to take on tasks or helping to use their own resources, their own connections, their own skills to speed things up where it would have gone a lot more slowly had you been only working with what you had on hand going into the month of November. And you may be also finding that Mercury is bringing in some people with some powerful hookups or bringing close people that you already know so that they can hook you up. We've got Venus, the planet of love, favor, popularity, and affection, really working over your love life the first half of this month, bringing in not only a lot more social stimulation, but a lot more adventure and getting everybody out of their box. With Venus in the 11th house, a lot of you are going to find that partnerships are starting to bond not only over new adventures, but also developing a perfect support system for the organism that is the relationship itself. Starting to become a lot more public, a lot more engaged with the community, right? They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it also takes a village to help nurture a romance, nurture a marriage. And a lot of you are going to be having that experience here as well. New couple friends, new confidants, but also pulling people closer that you already wish you could have more time with. And this is also a time where a lot of you Capricorn people are going to find that love through your friendship circles is also on the menu. So if you are single or available to new people, you may be finding that it is through a friend or through a community that you are already a part of that new romance is waiting. The Sun here is also bringing in an opportunity to eliminate a lot of shadows, baggage, or distracting business that may be keeping you from being able to be as tight with your friends or as close to your friends or your crew as you would like. Because the Sun, which is all about attention, enhancement, support, and growth, is bringing in opportunities to strengthen these bonds, to make sure that, you know, your sense of brotherhood, sisterhood, fellowship, all of that good stuff is as strong as it can possibly be. Some of you may even be, you know, not only just getting tighter with a lot of friends you have now, but again, attracting new friends, releasing any kind of impediments, blockages, or distractions to your social life. And you're also going to be finding that certain friendships that maybe have been challenged or maybe disadvantaged in some way are getting a powerful boost. After the 17th, Mercury and Venus move on into Sagittarius, your 12th house of your past, privacy, and hidden zone, where they will be through the duration of the month and onward a little bit into December. With Mercury in the 12th house, you are going to be getting a lot of very important secret information, shortcuts, and hookups that may not necessarily be public knowledge. Now, this could be something going on with professional advantages. This could be secret opportunities coming from out of the past, or maybe invitations to take parts in some things that may not necessarily be available to other people in the workforce or in the community or in the family or in the social circle, whatever. Mercury in the 12th house is also going to be opening up old lines of communication as well as old professional opportunities and connections to old money from your past as well. So be on the lookout for that. We've got Venus in the 12th house, also allowing a lot of you Capricorn people to indulge old fantasies, old love languages, old romantic pleasures that maybe we have been out of touch with for some time. Perhaps a lot of you and your partners, your spouses, may be reigniting old pursuits, old hobbies, or again, old love languages, old intimate languages to bring a little bit more heat to that corner of our world, maybe even taking a little bit of a trip down memory lane together. And some of you who are single and available may even find out about an opportunity to engage in a relationship with somebody that you have some kind of history with that may not necessarily be romantic, right? Maybe an old friend from school, an old coworker, or possibly for some of you, somebody who could still have a torch for you to this day. When it comes to the 22nd, the sun moves on into this 12th house as well, and will be here all the way up until week 3 of December. And coming up on the 22nd, you're going to find the sun in the 12th house is going hard on helping you to revive things from your past that are still very good for you, that you still sorely miss, that can still be with you now. With the sun in the 12th house, it's all about resurrection. It's all about attention enhancement and support, bringing things back to life that maybe never got to see the light of day. Maybe they just never got their full chance. Maybe these were projects or agendas that got a little bit out the gate, but then they collapsed, or things that already did run their course, but we would like to try them again, or we would like to do something similar but with a different spin. You know, when it comes to reacquainting ourselves with old goals and old paths, what would you like to bring back again, give a second try, or simply just have back because it was never meant to go? With the sun in the 12th house, you're going to know exactly what to do, and everything that you need to make it happen will be there. We've got Mars retrograde in Gemini all month long. Actually, Mars is retrograde in Gemini up until mid-January 2023. I did a whole video all about Mars retrograde. If you want to see that, you can look in the down bar below or go to my main channel page. But this is going to be in your 6th house of work, reputation, your schedule, anything relating to the teams that you're on and the clients and the customers that you serve. And Mars retrograde, in short, is all about diminished activity, dismantling, and taking pieces off the board. Things might be a little bit chaotic at work, or when it comes to maybe your business if you work for your own business, because you're going to be noticing a massive transformation to the populations you're engaging. Mars retrograde can sometimes take a lot of pieces off the board that don't belong there anymore, and that could spell some confusion because we may not necessarily know why they don't belong there until they're already gone. This can indicate, migrations in terms of the clients and customers that you work with, suddenly working with whole new communities. Some of you may be finding that problematic people, enemies, or bitter rivals are also being taken off the board in your life. However, a lot of different policies, a lot of agreements, a lot of structures and systems that you're used to working with are also being forced to go under construction or renovation during this time. So it will be chaotic in the workspace. So pace yourself as we go through the rest of this year. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is taking place on the 8th of the month. This is your 5th house of love, romance, recreation, creativity, as well as parenthood, your relationships with your kids. And this is opening up a 90-day window period, right? Because a full moon lunar eclipse is just a full moon that is exponentially amplified. And full moons are all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And a story is coming to an end. A long-term narrative is coming to an end as it relates to your love life, a creative pursuit, or maybe a chapter that you have been living with one of your children. Now, this full moon eclipse could indicate the end of a cycle that you have become accustomed to. However, where we are going next is better for everybody. This could be an end in the way that we relate to one of our kids. Some of you may be finding that this is the end of a difficult custody battle, or this is a transformation in the way that you and a child communicate. They are maturing, right? Culminations and transitions. They are becoming, a lot more capable of understanding and communicating with you on a more mature level. So we are having a deeper bond. We're kind of moving from one phase of life with our kid and into another. In love and romance, we may be finding that we are transforming relationships to go in a completely different direction, changing the trajectory, changing the love languages a little bit, or maybe dropping a lot of old business or eliminating old business that may tie us to old relationships or maybe old chapters of an existing romantic relationship that we have for a clean break. However, a full moon lunar eclipse is also going to be creating culminating events for this to happen. So emotions may run a little bit high as we go towards mid to late November, but this is all in the best interest of everybody here. We have a new moon in Sagittarius taking place on the 23rd. And this is going to be focusing on more resurrection, more revivals, more opportunities coming back to life. New moons are all about seed planting, new beginnings, and initiations, but it's in your 12th house, that past privacy and hidden zone. And a lot of you are going to have something get brought back to life. However, instead of initiating it all by yourself, as you've been guided to do with the sun in Sagittarius, this new moon is also sprouting something up from your past that you will be happy to receive once again as we go through the end of this month and into the beginning of December. Finally, we also have Jupiter in Pisces on November 23rd, turning direct after months of being retrograde. This is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, anything to do with your peer group and helpful third parties. And with Jupiter turning direct here, this tends to help us make up for lost time with a massive influx of wealth and resources, which is changing the life direction of this particular area of your life. And this could be coming through a close friend, collaborator, helpful third party, or maybe even something passing through your network on to you. Some of you may be even finding that you are getting a chance to make a big move because of a change in how you are received by your community. Some of you may be getting a chance to make it quite big in either your industry or in your social world. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.